In this video, I'm going to use Flask and WT-Forms and Python. I'm going to make a little web page, and that web page is going to interact with the Nobel Prize API. So we're also going to be using the requests library and the JSON library. Okay, so let's start off with the app_Nobel. This is mainly the Flask and the connecting the routes and also interacting with the API. So let's just have a little Flask run here and see what we're doing. We have this little interface that pops up. It allows a person to choose a category of a Nobel Prize, let's say economics, and a year. From some small range of years. We could get more, but I was lazy. So economics 2004, let's hit enter. And then it's telling me the winners of the prize and just sort of spitting out the little bit of information. And we could dig deeper and get more information, but this is just the sort of first pass at the API. And we're just sort of spitting out the information, some ID and first name and surname and motivation and the share. And the number of winners can change. So say physics in 2000, that economics that we just looked at had 2 winners. This physics in 2000 had 3 winners. And so we need to just be able to adapt to the number of winners. But we're looking up sort of one category, 1 year. So there's only going to be in one prize at a time from our interface. Okay, so here we are. We're going to use JSON. We're going to use the requests library. Originally, I did this with the URL lib, and then I switched to the requests because I had, for me, I think the URL lib was working, but I was working with somebody else for whom it wasn't, so I switched over to requests. That seemed to do a little bit better. I'm working in, when I do Flask and WT-Forms and such, I tend to put that in a virtual environment. So I'm in a virtual environment, and then I needed to sort of move into the virtual environment. So like CD into the virtual environment and activate the virtual environment. And then within that, I needed to install requests. You may need a pip3 install. And so then that sets up, if you're working in a virtual environment, you do not have to work in the virtual environment. But if you are, and I am, then move into that virtual environment, activate that virtual environment, make sure you have requests and that installed. Okay. So I'm going to, Nobel form is something that I wrote over in forms_Nobel. And then, but right now I'm dealing with the, let's hop over there. So here is the form. So I'm over, and I'm just going to have a select field. That's the drop-down list, which I had 2 of, and a button. So I have the submit field and the select field. And for my categories, my label is category, and then my choices were physics, chemistry, economics, literature, peace. You have the choices are a list of tuples. The first thing in the tuple is what goes behind the scenes, the value, and the second thing is what's between the open option and the close option, what's seen by the user. Same thing for the years. I have a label and choices, and I just sort of hard-coded choices here and a submit field for the enter button. Okay. So that was what I brought in from the WT-Forms file, and I'm using Flask, of course. Render template means I'm going to interact with some sort of pre-existing HTML files, and I have a URL for, which helps me sort of find things. Request tells me I'm dealing with 2 pages. the form and the form handler. So that's what request is for. And redirect is I'm going to have a default route that's going to send me to my form route. So that's what the redirect is for. I start my app. I have secret code. I don't really need it for this one, but I like to have it. Here's my default route being redirected to the form route. Here's my form route. We're going to be working, I think, more with a post. Here's connecting it, the Flask and the routing to the WT forms, the Nobel form that we created over here. If the form is submitted, then we're going to get the information from the form. And so that is the user picking a category in a year. And then we're grabbing that information in result. Here's our base URL for the Nobel Prize API. I like this one. It doesn't require special keys. Here is sort of a fake header to sort of pretend that it's not a Python file to some extent, because it may, if it detects too much that it's code, it may sort of want to block it, but this should be enough to sort of trick it into believing that it's a real user. And I'm not doing anything obnoxious like putting it in a loop or anything. I'm going to get the parameters for my query onto the API. And so I'm going to specify a category in a year. Now I can do concatenating, and I have at times done concatenating, but this params approach will do the sort of concatenating for you. So I'm using requests. I'm doing a get. I had the URL, and then I retyped it anyway. So, and I put in the HTTPS. So this is probably better than the previous one. And I send it over the params, and I send it over my headers. So my headers is to pretend it's a legitimate user agent. The params is to say I want which category and what year I want. And then I'm taking what I get, the text of what I get, and using the JSON library to sort of parse it as proper JSON. And I call that Nobel info. And then I'm passing Nobel info. I'm passing the result, but I'm also passing Nobel info. So result is from the categories, the category in the year that the person chose. That's in result. So if I wanted that for any reason, I have that available on my handler, but also what I got from the API is available here in Nobel_info. And I'm sending it to the handler. If I'm not, if that was all in an if is submitted. If I'm not submitting it, if it's the sort of first time or some back where I'm not responding, not submitting, then I go to the form. Okay, so that is my routes. So we've looked at the WT forms, we've looked at the route. Here's the HTML. I have down here clicked down here and gotten the select language mode and moved down because it's not just pure HTML, it's sort of HTML with Jinja in it. So I did a Jinja HTML, and that sort of gave me this bright yellow on my curly. So I'm extending the simple layout. I sent over a title, I sent over a header. Those are somewhere in the layout, and I'm sort of bringing them together. And then here's my content that goes into my layout. And it's a form. So this is, again, the form page. And I'm saying I want the label for the category and the category. So here's the label for the category, and here's the category. And here's the label for the year and the year. And the submit button. Okay, and that was the form page. Pretty simple. Category, here's my label and the select, and my label and the select, and my submit button. And I had a label for the submit because I did some styling based on label, and so that got this sort of alignment of these two selects in that. Okay, so it seems to be bizarre to have this label for this thing that doesn't have a label, but that was about sort of getting things to line up in style. Over here is the handler. It also uses the layout. The head, it's got a title, it's got a head. Here's the content of that. Here's me saying the category was the category. So let's hit, what do we want to choose this time? Literature from 2008. Okay, so here's me saying what the category is and what the year was. That's using result. So that's getting the information from the form that was submitted. And then here is the Nobel Prize information we passed over. So the Nobel Prize, it's JSON. I'm getting from the API some JSON. It has a property called prizes, which is in JSON language an array, in Python language a list. So it was, so prizes, I'll use the JSON language as an array. But since we specified a category, a single category and a single year, there's only one. So that's why I specify here 0. So prizes is a property within the JSON sent over. It's an array. There's only one item in that array, so I specify 0. Then within that, there is a property called laureates, and that is an array list in Python language because you can have, as we saw, multiple winners. The Physics Nobel Prize in 2000 had 3 winners. So the laureates, or the winners, the Nobel laureates, or the winners of the prize, is also an array. And so I'm looping over that array. So this is my Jinja. Again, I did my Jinja HTML styling, so that's why this bright yellow. And also the purple. Purple are keywords, and Jinja, the yellow, is the beginning and the end of the sort of Jinja structures. So I'm looping over. I made an ordered list. I'm looping over, and I'm making a list item. And then I have, and that is over the winners. And then I'm taking the key value pair. So a winner was itself an object in JSON language or a dictionary. And so we're looping over the item. So winner is a dictionary. And so I'm taking the items. And so will have a key and a key value pair. And then I'm doing an unordered list. And so I've got a loop over the winners, and then I've got an inner loop over the properties, over the keys and the values. So here for literature in 2008, there was one winner. So the outer loop was just one iteration. The inner loop, it was looping over the keys and the values. So there was a key of ID with this value, 832. There's a key of first name, there's a key of last name, a key of motivation, a key of share. So that's what that double loop did for us. Okay, that's what I wanted to show you on this one, sort of combining, interacting with an API and using a request, but also within Flask and WT Forms. Thanks for your attention.